So welcome to Talkin' Ball Game Day episode week 11.
Week 11.
Good to be back.
I missed you, Dow.
Good
Not
to be
really,
back.
though.
I know he took
kidding.
took my seat, but great work by the way, fellas, on the last
Appreciate
on
that.
the last two videos.
You missed our haunting of this house.
Yeah.
Which was a
Well,
good
I
sketch.
seen in the
you definitely
video.
seen it, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically haunted.
Yeah, didn't know really what it was, but I heard it on the. I could hear it on the video.
I'm telling you. Did you see my headset move too? It jumped and scared me.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was the thing that got me.
Yeah, that was a bit spooky for me.
But we'll go ahead and get into our sponsorship. I'd like to thank Cam Smith with
Thank you, Kel.
Did anybody text Jesse the game?
Yes, I did earlier.
Good job. Hey, Dow, you stay on top of that.
I try my best to. I'd thank Cam Smith with the American Senior Benefits Insurance.
He's the man.
Insurance broker. Open enrollment is going on right now up until December the 7th, I think.
You better enroll.
So make sure you give him a call. His info is in the link below. Also with the Just Jesus Radio Network, internet radio app for all your gospel preaching, gospel singing. It is a live internet radio app, commercial free. Our boy Dave is on there Saturday mornings at 8:30. So make sure you give him a listen, check him out, and call Cam Smith for all your questions that you may have. But let's dive into this week 11. Another week. Last week.
A good slate of games this week.
Yeah.
This is at least on paper, definitely an exciting
Probably
week.
one of the best,
Yeah, no doubt.
like you said, on paper
especially in a while.
that we've had.
I feel like
Yeah,
we've had a couple.
a lot of big games
bit of
this
a lull.
week. Feel kind of sorry for the games that the guest picker's picking. I mean, a lot of them are
Yeah, they're not too terrible.
par for the course, but
There's definitely
with this year we've realized that
Nothing's
anything
par
can
for the course,
happen.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and dive into our upset alert of the week. And I guess you may go ahead and start. Or y'all want to start?
You kick us off, Dow.
Okay. I'll go ahead and start with a team that me and Dave were actually just talking about just a second
We
ago.
vividly disagree.
Vividly? I like that word.
I'm not saying this is going to happen again, but
It's not.
my upset alert is Purdue over Ohio State.
It's not happening.
And it
I
has.
really hope that. Video
Yeah. I don't think that picked up.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
But as we discussed,
I hate those.
just last week, John said over here and said that when it might have been 2 weeks ago or whatever week it was that when Purdue upset Michigan State, and you said, well, they already had their one.
I did.
They
I was
already had
about
their
to butt
one
in and
for.
say that.
They already had their one for the year. Well, now they have two.
Right.
And as Dave disagrees with me that Purdue doesn't deserve a top 20 ranking at number 19.
Hold on. Well, let me say this.
That was word for word what you
The
said.
thing is, I don't think they're a top 20 team. But, I mean, I understand. They've got a couple good wins to their credit.
Not just a couple. They have two top 5 wins in the past 3 weeks.
Which,
That's a
to be
couple. A
fair,
couple is
Iowa's no longer ranked in top 5.
A couple is two.
So, I mean,
Right.
that really matters. Just because they beat them when they were top 5 doesn't mean they were a true top 5 team.
Yeah,
but they
right.
do.
Georgia beat Arkansas when they were 8. So.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm fine with them being ranked 19.
Right. And
Absolutely,
I
am.
am
Well,
too.
I mean, I'm not being
And-
out of shape about it.
And
but
here's
simple
my
statement
thing. Do I think Purdue's going to go into Ohio State and upset them? No.
No, you don't. You don't
But-
actually believe it.
But
You just want it to happen.
they had the most top 5 wins out of anybody in the country
They're
in
giant
the
killers.
last 10
Yeah.
years. So would it surprise me come,
saying, I mean,
come 3:30 on Saturday?
I'd be
Purdue-
blown away.
We've seen them. We've
Why?
seen them.
That shouldn't shock us.
Ohio State's world's better.
So is Michigan State. So was
wait,
Iowa
hold
at
up.
the time.
Michigan State is a team that is refined to a run game and a good defense. Ohio State can stretch the field.
I agree.
Ohio State
Michigan
has a great
State, as I
defense.
tried to argue with you, that one day is not as good as they really are. They haven't really played nobody. They finally get a bit of a rough stretch. But to Dallas's credit, I will say, I've seen this Purdue team blow out Ohio State when they were worlds better
Absolutely.
and beat them like 44-16.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or something like
So
that.
like I said, do I think it's going to happen? No.
it's not.
But don't be shocked if it does, because if there's any team that can do it, it's Purdue.
But here's the deal: Purdue just did it last week, so Ohio State's not going in this game saying
That's true.
I agree
These
with
guys-
that.
And they've been beaten by Purdue before.
exactly.
Right. Like I
They're
said,
gonna
I don't. That's why it's upset
And
alert.
Ohio State is hot.
They
Upset,
are.
upset alert kind of protects us a little bit.
Yeah.
So we can put a bad take out there without
Yeah.
having to,
well,
pretty
be,
much.
I don't
be
thi-
solid.
I
in
don't
it.
think that's a bad take, though.
Pretty much
I don't
what
think
it
it's a
is.
bad take.
I mean,
It's a bad
so
take.
go ahead, John.
My upset alert of this week is
New Mexico State over Bama.
yes. I wish it is Baylor and Oklahoma.
That's a bad take.
Tell me why, Dallas. But Dave Aranda's
Oklahoma could upset Baylor.
Oakland, yeah, facts. I mean, Dave Aranda has done a very good job at Baylor. Now, they're coming off a tough loss against TCU, a close loss. They also have one loss earlier in the season against Oklahoma State where they probably should have won that game. They're ranked, I mean, I'm not sure what the playoff rankings have. I know the AP has them at like 18. And they're going against Oklahoma.
Baylor?
Yeah.
13.
In the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going against Oklahoma, who's ranked 8th in the playoff. And we've seen Oklahoma struggle against a lot of teams this year and probably should have lost some games. Now, granted, I am a Caleb Williams believer. I think he's the truth. I think he's a superstar in the making. And Oklahoma's definitely improved since he's been inserted at quarterback. But watch out for Baylor. I believe they might be playing that game. Do you have it written down? Yeah, at Baylor.
It's at Baylor, yeah.
Baylor could very well win this game for real.
Yeah.
Now, I don't necessarily think they do. I think Caleb Williams is too good. I think he kind of wills that team to victory. But the Baylor Bears could upset the Oklahoma Sooners for sure.
Good take. David?
I want to add real quick. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
I hope Purdue beats them. I hope Purdue kills them. I just think Ohio State's a lot better. But there's a couple options, and I've already mentioned to y'all what I was going to go with. But as I look at it, I almost want to flip-flop. But I'm going to go with Penn State over Michigan. We've seen this Michigan team in the past do this. They start off really hot. They look really good. This is the year they're beating Ohio State. All of a sudden, the smoke clears, and they're 8-4 at the end of the season.
No, and I agree. I like this take. I think this is a real possibility here.
I'd say, and I where Dave disagrees with my upset pick, I disagree with his.
Well, I mean, it's upset alert, guys.
Yeah. Exactly. But no, I don't think. I don't. I mean, I don't.
Why is that?
I don't remember what I picked the score in our other group chat.
Why is Michigan going to win?
Because Penn State's falling apart. They've lost 3 of their last 4. James Franklin mentally is gone.
Well, we think he is, but for one, at this point, if Penn State...
I didn't think he'd actually have good reason.
Yeah, but if Penn State somewhat loses out or loses a bunch of games, why would USC hire... I don't think USC hires them. If they lose there's 3 games left. Let's say they lose 2 of their last 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
I don't see USC hiring them.
No.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm completely wrong.
But I just, like I said,
I will say this: they've had some tough losses. They beat Iowa if Sean Clifford don't go down. I don't care what nobody says. They controlled that game.
I agree with that.
They lose to Illinois in a weird game, and no team is.
If they still have Sean Clifford in that game.
No team is susceptible to losing a weird game. And then who'd they lose to? They lost to Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
And they played them tough. It's
I
not
think
it's not like Ohio State came. So it's not like this team has quit on them. But I definitely get what you're saying, and I think Michigan probably wins that game. But if Penn State wins that game by 3, 7, or 10 points, I won't be surprised.
I think a healthy Penn State is 8-1 and probably in the top 15.
Yeah, honestly, I agree.
Now, granted, they're not healthy, and an unhealthy Penn Sate plays Michigan Saturday. Michigan could steamroll them. I mean, like I said, we're just saying be careful and watch out for it. But I know I do this sometimes, but I want to say just for viewership's sake, and for those that just like to watch college football, keep your eyes on that Minnesota game.
They're playing at Penn State,
Minnesota goes to Iowa, and Iowa's ranked top 20.
Yeah, I was looking. I wouldn't be shocked if
Iowa was kind of magical, and I lost it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Yeah, once those teams that are really playing way above their talent level kind of run out of that juice, it's kind of over.
Yeah,
and we talk about it, they peak way too soon.
Right, 100%.
So we'll move on to our let's move on to our team that we're sleeping on. And I'll go ahead and start, and this is gonna make
this man's gonna say sleeping on Georgia just because he's mad at
some of my friends upset at me. They were very vocal in how y'all handled the reaction video the other day.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just address something.
Hold on. So let me get
hold on. Just real quick. You say it first.
So the team that I'm sleeping on this week is the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
Cox.
What, to the South Carolina fans watching, CC Landon, what did you want us to say?
Okay, and I'll say this
about South Carolina.
I'll say this for them. And if I'd have been here, I would have said this. No doubt that's their best win of the season.
Congrats.
100%.
They look good.
Which we said.
You played really good.
Which we said.
And to their defense, we talked about how trash Florida was.
Yeah, we did.
But this is also the same Florida team that almost beat Bama.
Yes, but
early in the season.
Yes, this Florida team is not the same.
But it's the same team.
It's not.
Same players. I don't understand mentally, and you would
that
say
matters.
Right. But y'all could have given him a little bit more credit.
Is it the same team that lost to
is
it the same team that lost to a falling apart LSU team?
I agree with that.
I said what I'm going to continue to say. Here's good win. You played good.
Right. And like I told CC,
they're evenly.
I mean, that, honestly, real quick, that is the breakdown of the game. If you're looking at it from a non-bias on either side, let's just say you're an Oregon fan from the Pac-12. What do you do when you look at that game? Good dominant win for South Carolina. Florida's not that good.
Yeah.
That's the take. That's the
and
take.
Here's the thing, and I'll add this, and we'll quit talking about it because I will never please South Carolina fans.
Right. But here's what I told Cece, especially you. There was a opportunity right there to jump on Dan Mullen in Florida.
Exactly.
And Dave's going to take it every
100%
every chance that he gets.
Here's my take on South Carolina football. I think you hired a good coach, a young guy that you're giving a chance. Let him stay there 3 or 4 years, regardless of his success.
Yep.
Good win Saturday. But what you did was you blew out an evenly matched team. So congrats.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's all you did.
So and to continue on to that, again, what probably bugs me the most is South Carolina fans, honestly, as a whole, and I'm a Clemson fan, but they're just so absolutely irrational. They beat Florida 40-17.
The ones we know, at least.
Yeah, the ones we know. Oh, my God. We're going to go beat Missouri.
Yeah.
We're going to go beat Auburn. We're going to go beat Clemson. They should put us in as the 4th seed in the playoffs, and we are going to make a run. No, literally.
They genuinely believe they're winning.
They're not
out.
quite that bad, but they win one game by a lot. And
Yeah.
because they're so desperate for success, because they've been such a poor program the last few years, they get a touch of a taste of success, and they're like, oh, my goodness, here we go.
If
It's
they
like,
play Florida
pump the
week
brakes a
3,
little bit.
if they play Florida week 3, South Carolina.
Right. So let me go back to my
And again,
that doesn't matter.
and then I'll give props to South Carolina. It's because they're continuing to improve.
They are.
And Florida's not.
Right.
Props.
So back to the team I'm sleeping on.
Desperate fan base.
South
There
Carolina.
wasn't enough.
South Carolina.
We have to roll
I am sleeping on South Carolina this week, and it's not because and it's not because I'm a South Carolina hater. Like I said, South Carolina looked good this week.
Beamer.
Do I actually think that that they're going to lose to Missouri?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, not actually.
We'll
Missouri.
They're
find
gonna-
out.
If we're going to call Florida terrible, Missouri is
We'll find out in
terrible.
we'll find out in our picks who I think is going to win that game.
Uh-oh.
But
I got to take my hat off. I'm dizzy.
would it? And I was talking to.
It's all that worshiping Shane Beamer you're doing.
I was talking to our buddy
All
Landon.
day, dude. I literally had to hold the wall, walk to the bathroom this morning.
I have vertigo. Sorry, Dad.
I was talking to our buddy Landon, and
I don't drink.
the most South Carolina thing to do
It's always.
would be to beat Florida, look great, and then go to Missouri and
You talk to South Carolina fans. They're unbeatable
and
now.
can't score but 10 points. No, and I will say Landon said the exact same thing, that would be the most South Carolina thing to do. But
Yeah, because South Carolina's trash.
I feel like the closer I get, the louder you are.
John, we can't say they're trash.
South Carolina is so
Sure,
good.
can't
Oh my
trigger.
God.
David can say they're
Can't
trash.
trigger.
South Carolina is
No,
good.
no, we can't say they're trash.
I can say they're trash
No.
because I say Clemson's trash.
Okay, as long as you
Yeah,
as long as you follow with that,
yeah,
because we
I mean,
can't say that this year.
right,
Georgia's
no,
trash.
good.
100%.
Everybody else bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that's the
I
team I'm
can-
sleeping on. John,
The team, man, we got on such a. I feel like, is that a word? A diatribe? I feel like that's a word that I've
What?
used. Is that a word?
diatribe.
Soliloquy, maybe? Oh no, we got going
Soliloquy,
so
I
much.
thought that was like a.
Oh, the team I'm sleeping on. I'm going
Is that the
easy.
same thing as a simile?
I'm going the most. Nah, that's like using like or as.
Okay, who you sleeping on?
like a soliloquy.
Like a soliloquy, baby. But I'm going easy. This is an easy one. I'm sleeping on UConn. I think Dabo even came out in the press
Hey
conference.
man, come on now. This dude just sleeped on an 0-18.
And then
No, they've won one game.
Oh my bad, a 1-18.
and Dabo literally came out and said if we lose to UConn,
He's no longer the coach
there
there.
will be a new coach at Clemson. So we know where Dabo stands on thinking how
Yeah.
confident he is in going to this game. And as bad as Clemson's been this year, and who's South Carolina State's the only team we've won dominantly. South Carolina State. South Carolina
Yeah.
State probably beats UConn. So I think we'd probably beat UConn pretty good. Hopefully.
Hold on,
I mean,
hold
would it
on,
surprise
hold
me if we end up losing? Honestly, at
Did
this point,
Dabo
no,
actually
but-
say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like
said
publicly?
Yeah.
he said if we lose to UConn, there will be a new Clemson head coach.
Yeah. So watch out. But who you sleeping on, Dave?
I'm gonna sleep on Purdue. I think Ohio State's hot. I think Ohio State's good. I think Ohio State is one of the only few legit playoff contenders. And their only loss is to a really good Oregon team. And that was early on in the season with a young quarterback who is now still a young quarterback, but a much more experienced quarterback. I think Ohio State eases to a win Saturday.
All right. So now on to very quickly our breakout.
Ball.
Our breakout. This is why we have no South Carolina fans that watch our show.
That's fine.
Hey, we did a whole South Carolina video, like 45 minutes long.
I used
and
to
it
like,
actually did really well.
I
Yeah,
was
they're pretty-
somewhat
they're pretty
okay
well.
with South Carolina, but the Spurs Up Show guy, I just can't stand that show.
Like, South Carolina fans were all right this year till they beat Florida. My goodness, man.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't.
Anyway,
oh my God.
so our breakout player.
Go Cox, though.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go
And
with.
two.
I'm gonna go
In
with
addition to all that.
the A&M
Hold on, that was an Uncle Lou original right there.
the A&M quarterback Zach Calzada. Going to Ole Miss this week, and watch out because I'm not saying this is definitely gonna happen, But A&M still has a chance to win the West.
They definitely do. Absolutely they do.
I don't think they're going to, but I think they have a chance to.
Dude,
All it takes is one more slip up for Bama.
Yeah, to
'Cause
Auburn.
They got the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I think Bama could lose to Auburn.
Yeah.
It's not possible. This Bama
But
team
I
is very
look for
susceptible.
Zach Calzada to have a great week at Ole Miss. High scoring affair. And I think Zach Calzada plays great. And
Wow.
I'm not going to say who I think gets the win, but I think
I'd
he plays
say
good.
I like that pick as well. Now Zach Calzada didn't look the best against Auburn, but we have seen him play good obviously against Alabama. But I'm gonna go easy again. I'm keeping it basic this week. I've really stayed away from my team on almost all our stuff this
Man
year.
said he's sleeping on UConn.
But I'm going back. Breakout player DJ Uiagalelei. He had his best game of the year so far.
I would break out against UConn.
Again, legitimately, you probably would. Against Louisville. Now again, he didn't look great, but he looked good.
No,
Right.
but he played good, and
Yeah.
that's a foot forward. He needs that confidence.
Absolutely, it's a step forward. So I'm hoping this is going to be another step forward this weekend, this Saturday against UConn. So I'm going to say he's going to be my breakout player. He's going to throw for 3 touchdowns, 200-plus yards, no mistakes, and maybe have a above 60% completion percentage, which would be the best game so far
Dave?
if he does that.
It's so hard picking these breakout players because every time I have, that said player has not done very good.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it's a curse.
I think I picked Stetson, and he didn't throw for 300, and I kind of didn't believe he would, but he threw for like 250. I mean, that's pretty good. But I'm going to go with Bo Nix. He struggled last week, was pretty much terrible last week, but that's Bo Nix.
Yep, I was about to say that.
1 week he's elite, and the next week he's not even a starter. He's literally been benched already this year for TJ Finley in that one game. So I think Bo Nix comes out this weekend against Mississippi State, a team that was ranked just, last week. Yeah. And I think he plays very good. I think we see the Bo Nix we saw against teams like Penn State who can make plays and who can score. I think Bo Nix will have a good weekend.
Okay. So now on to our picks while Dave gets our guest picker on the phone. So last week, John was one game better than me. So we're both at 42-17. Dave's at 37-22, 5 games back. Not bad.
Hashtag John for the dub.
Hashtag
Dallas sucks.
What's up?
What's going on, Jesse?
What's up?
So hold on one second, Jesse.
What's up, Jesse?
So Will went 4-2 last week. So still
shout out Will.
So still leading is
Jesse, say one word really loudly.
Is Kyle at 6? It's at 6-0.
He may have predicted the best for celebrity guest pickers. He may have had the best upset pick so far.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
The Purdue pick. Maybe.
Yeah, that was
very
very good.
Where'd he go? I missed that.
4-2. So not bad. So this week our guest picker is Jesse Anderson. He is a buddy.
Yeah.
He's a buddy of ours, also a preacher,
Jesse,
a friend of
tell
ours.
us just a slight bit about yourself.
I'm 20 years old. I'm a big Braves fan. Shout out to the Braves.
Hey,
Braves.
chop on, baby.
Very tall.
I'm a Clemson fan. Despite
Tigers.
what's going on this year.
Yeah.
And somehow these guys came in touch with me a couple years ago at a meeting, so we've been friends ever since.
Hey,
Go
I like it.
Arguing football is what happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and get started, Jesse. Who are you picking in the Georgia at Tennessee? You going with an upset, or you going with the dogs?
As much as I wish there could be an upset, I don't see it. Neyland's a tough place to play when Tennessee was good back when Peyton Manning. So Georgia all the way.
They hate on our downfall. Wait.
Facts.
John?
What?
I don't know. What I'm
I was talking to you earlier, Dallas.
Yep.
And I don't want to foreshadow or spoil anything, but you said, man, these Tennessee Volunteers might keep it just a touch close. They got a pretty good offense. Hendon Hooker's been playing good ball. And I think they might score 14 points against Georgia in this game. But I think Georgia still wins by like 30 points. So, Georgia.
Dave, I got to ask you.
Georgia wins big. It won't be close from the word go. 41-13.
I'm going to disagree with you.
You can if you want.
Okay, but just hear me out.
I mean,
just hear me
you
out.
have that liberty.
I know. So, I'm picking Georgia.
That's a good move.
Yeah, definitely picking Georgia. I'm not definitely going to pick against them. But I think I said in the group chat 38-21, which is not close, but it's definitely the closest game y'all have had. If it's besides the Clemson.
Not by, I don't know.
Another one.
Yeah,
shout
out Clemson.
We have played several games. We've actually played 3 games this year where our defense had more points than others.
Okay, listen.
One was Clemson.
I mean, there's truth there.
3 games that's happened, so I make it 4. Proceed.
1 possession game at halftime.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And
Purdue's elite.
10-point game at third quarter, and Georgia pulls away at the end, wins by
I like it.
wins by 17.
I'm messing around, just kind of trying to aggravate you a little bit.
This is the best offense y'all have played all year.
The reason,
but On the other hand, as I told Ronnie Phelps tonight, this is the best defense that Tennessee has played all year.
Who was that Tennessee fan at Mount View that day?
Ronnie Phelps.
Oh, yeah, that cat's crazy. If he believes they're scoring 42 on us.
No, they're not scoring 42.
They're not scoring 17. But anyways, the reason I agree this could be a close game because of Stetson Bennett. You never know what you're gonna get out of Stetson.
Yeah.
Stetson could come out there and he could ball out and he could look like a legitimate elite quarterback.
Yeah.
Or he could come out there and look like he doesn't know how to play football.
Yeah.
So depending on how our offense plays, I don't believe our defense gives up any more than 17, max 20.
All right, who you taking, Jesse? Purdue at Ohio State. You going with another upset with Purdue?
I think Ohio State's going to be prepared now watching them beat a number 2 Iowa on the road at Iowa.
Good take.
And then last week against Michigan State, I'm going Ohio State because they know Purdue's coming in to try to get the 3rd upset.
That's exactly what you said.
Great take. Absolutely. Man,
Exactly what you said.
Jesse, you're a smart man.
He's
Dave,
wise.
go ahead and tell us then, Dave. Word for word what Jesse said?
Ohio State, verbatim what Jesse said. They're ready for it. To upset a team like Ohio State, you got to catch them off guard.
I'm also going to roll with Ohio State pretty big. I really don't think this one's close.
So my upset alert was Purdue over Ohio State.
The Boilermakers.
But I'm going to go with Ohio State.
Can he put his money where his mouth
Purdue
is?
doesn't. Purdue doesn't.
We argued for like 20 minutes over the fact that Purdue's not going to beat Ohio State, and you picked them.
Oh, I said upset alert.
Keyword alert.
I said would I be surprised? No.
No, I agree.
But Ohio State's winning.
I'm saying, but like, you were arguing like they were going to win.
No. So, all right. Jesse, UConn at Clemson.
If Clemson don't win that one, Dabo needs to go.
Hey, Dabo said if
he would go.
He would go.
He'd be resigning. Tigers by a lot.
Dave.
I think UConn's a very underrated team.
Shut up.
I can't even say it with a straight face. UConn's terrible. I think did they beat Vanderbilt? Is that their only win?
No, they
lost to Vanderbilt.
If you lost to Vandy,
like
burn
2
your
points.
football
I
stadium.
don't remember who their only win is. It's
Whoever,
You sure they
whoever,
yeah, they have one win.
whoever they beat needs to quit football.
They have one win. I don't remember.
I mean,
who
you
it
can keep
is.
going because my
All
phone's
right,
going
Jesse,
slow.
who you taking? South Carolina at Missouri. Does South Carolina continue the hot streak, or do they pull a South Carolina?
See, I don't know. I'll be honest. I didn't get to watch that game because we were playing at the same time.
They beat Yale.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. What was his name? Jason Brown. He looked pretty good the other
He
night.
did.
Yeah.
But I don't see one game proving it. I'm sorry, CC. I know you're gonna watch this. I just don't see one game proving it, and they might. But I'd take Missouri on this one.
South
I like
Carolina
that.
beat Florida so bad they fired their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, they did. All right, that's a good take, Jesse. Dave, who you going with?
Man, give me 2 seconds.
Okay, John.
I'm the same way.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and give you mine then.
Because my heart wants to pick Missouri.
I'll go
just
ahead and give you mine then.
Facts.
I agree completely with you, Jesse. As I said, the team that I'm sleeping on this week is South Carolina. I think South Carolina goes to Missouri, pulls a South Carolina, and I think they lose the ball game in a close game. Field goal, maybe 7 points, Missouri on top.
Every fiber in my being wants to pick Missouri. But I'm going to have to roll with Gamecocks. I'm going to have to roll with South Carolina. I don't know who wins this game. I'm going to be pulling for Missouri even though I want to beat you in this picks thing, and this will give me a heads up on you. And I'll still be pulling for Missouri. But I'm going to go with South Carolina for one, to split hairs with you and give me a chance to take the lead. But, I mean, maybe Jason Brown, that offense keeps the ball rolling. They finally were able to run the ball significantly well against Florida. So I'm going to pick South Carolina.
A lot of times you see a team start a new quarterback, and his first start he plays really well, and then the next week
goes down.
Teams get film on him.
Exactly. This is the same South Carolina team that 3 weeks ago beat Vandy by 1 at home.
Yep.
They're probably going to lose in Missouri, and I picked them.
Man, the thing is, I think South Carolina's better. I think South Carolina's a lot better.
Agree.
I think if they both played their best game, South Carolina wins by 10.
Agree.
South Carolina loses this game.
Y'all are probably right.
It's just a South Carolina thing to do.
It is the most
and I
South
don't
Carolina
think
thing to
Missouri's better.
Nope, I don't either.
But in this year college football, Missouri's had a really bad year, but Missouri's saying, look, y'all, this South Carolina team's hyped up. Let's knock them down.
Yep.
I think Missouri wants to win this. I think they will.
Yep. Jesse, A&M at Ole Miss. Tough game to pick here.
It is a tough game, but
You'll
I've
get
got
points
to
on
go
it.
with the Aggies.
Facts.
Jimbo Fisher's a great coach, and I think he's going to have some type of scheme to win this game and pull it out at the end.
Aggies. John?
Man, this one's really tough. It really is. That A&M defense is legit, that Ole Miss offense is legit. But I'm to roll with the Aggies. Aggies just been playing good ball. Jimbo Fisher's been coaching well. That one's tough, but yeah, I'll roll with A&M.
Dave?
I'm going with A&M here. Partially biased, and I like Jimbo a little bit more than I like Lincoln.
No.
Yep.
I'm not really a big fan of either, but I like him a little bit more.
Clean sweep across the board. I'm going A&M as well.
A&M's going to lose.
A&M's also better top to bottom. But yeah, if we think they're going to win, you go ahead and chalk them up. Ole Miss wins.
Yeah, all four of us picking like a really tight game like that team's losing.
Yeah,
Go right ahead.
probably. But no, I think A&M wins, keeps their West hopes alive.
I think
for one more
that's
week.
one thing that's got me is I think A&M knows
What's on the line.
Like we can't control anything more than just win.
Yep.
And we have to hope some things fall our way. But if we lose, it's gone.
It's gone. Yep.
So just win.
Yep. All right, Jesse. So our final game, the game of the week, Oklahoma at Baylor, and the score.
I've got to give it to Oklahoma because I feel like no matter what, they're going to find a way to pull it out. It's going to be a close game, and I think I sent the score in the other chat, but I think 38-35 Oklahoma. It's a real tight game, but I think Oklahoma's going to pull it out at the end.
38-35. John?
This one's tough. Obviously, Baylor was my upset alert. And I really genuinely believe Baylor could pull this off and win this game. It would not surprise me at all. But kind of like Jesse said, man, I really do believe in Caleb Williams. He just seems to find a way to will his team to win. I think it was Kansas where he pulled off that crazy fourth down play. He just seems to make something happen. So I'm going to have to roll with Oklahoma. It'll be high scoring like 95% of their games are. I'm going to go 42-31 Oklahoma.
Dave?
This is one of the few games that we've picked that I've been completely torn on.
Yeah, this one's pretty tough.
Because while I genuinely believe Baylor can win, I feel like Oklahoma finds a way to win. But Oklahoma's got by.
Barely. Game after game after
And
game.
sooner or later, Baylor lost to a terrible TCU team last week.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, Dave Aranda, defensive mind.
Could it be that Baylor was looking ahead?
Bounces back.
Could it be that Baylor, this is their national championship?
Yeah.
What a win it would be for Dave Aranda.
I think it could be. And I'm going to roll with the Baylor Bears.
I like it.
I think that Caleb Williams will probably still play well. It'll be high scoring. I just think Baylor will be just a step ahead. I think they'll win this game. Oklahoma is, just a few plays off from being like 8-4 right now. Or finishing
legitimate.
8-4. Yeah. Being a 3 or 4 loss team, seriously. I could see Oklahoma winning this or Baylor, but another reason I'm going with this, if Baylor wins, I get a point on y'all. So give me Baylor. I'll take them 44-41. Game-winning field goal.
I'm also.
So Jesse, who's going to win between Baylor and Michigan?
Baylor and Michigan. I'd probably say Michigan, but at the same time, I feel like Harbaugh's going to choke on that one.
No, I mean, Jesse's probably dead accurate on the fact that Jim Harbaugh
that was a good pick, but Baylor and Michigan don't play. Baylor plays Oklahoma. I'm sorry, I was messing around.
I figured it was hypothetical, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm as well going to go with Oklahoma.
Jesse was a step ahead of me.
Oklahoma.
Sorry, Dale.
High scoring game, shootout, 48-36 Oklahoma. A lot of points on the board.
I see it.
But I think Oklahoma squeaks by another week. I think it's close, and then Oklahoma scores right there at
That's
the
kind
end.
of how I'm feeling.
I don't think that Georgia's going to have a close game this weekend.
I do.
Listen, seriously. I was more concerned about the Kentucky and Missouri games than I am this game.
But you told me a couple weeks ago that Tennessee was going to give y'all the most trouble.
And then they may. They're capable, but let's not act like the Arkansas offense wasn't absolutely rolling when they came to Athens.
Right, and that's what I told Ronnie.
Listen. The Kentucky offense was rolling when they came to Athens.
Right.
The Auburn offense was rolling until we played them.
Yeah.
Auburn was averaging 45 points a game.
Yeah, they
before
were.
we played them.
No doubt. Yeah.
And after that, they were averaging like 28.
Yeah, and like I said, would it shock me at all to see y'all hold them to 7 or 3? No, not at all.
I think our defense is going to come in this game with a genuine chip on our shoulder, and because all they've heard for the last week is, "Oh, this is finally good offense, finally good offense."
Yeah.
But we heard that.
And then and I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm obviously not a Georgia fan, but if Georgia goes and beats Tennessee and they only give up 13, Tennessee's offense,
Exactly.
really.
Oh, yeah,
That's been happening too. Because, that used to happen at Clemson all the time.
We could win this game 80-0, and all we're going to hear is that
Tennessee's not that good.
Until y'all beat Bama or win
But-
Natty.
What's the Jesse? Give us a word of the day.
a Word of the day.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea.
Oh, well. All right, Jesse.
Hey, wait. Come on, Jesse. Just give us a word.
Word. Just
Give
what's
us a
the
word.
first word that comes to your mind?
Just a word. Potato.
Potato. You heard it first here.
If
Potato.
you're still watching, comment
Hey.
potato.
Comment.
You can go ahead.
Jesse, we love you.
Love you, Jesse.
We'll see you, Jesse.
We'll see you Friday.
See you, man.
Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Oh, that just gives me more reason to go. I didn't realize that's where we're going. I like that a lot.
Are you still there, Jesse? He must have just set his phone down.
He must not. Wait. Is there anything for us to argue about real quick?
Yes.
To close us off?
This
Playoff
Video's
rankings.
already long.
I mean, it's all right.
Who cares?
It's good
Nobody's gonna
fodder.
watch anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this length,
I gotta go get ready.
No,
what time's church start for
your
you?
church starts 30 minutes after ours does.
It starts at 7
7:30.
or 7:30. It's 7:30. You gotta get ready. You got 2 hours.
Let's argue.
Let's argue about something.
Well, turn the video off.
No. Give me an opinion, Dallas. Give me a
What-
college football opinion.
What's an opinion you got right now? I mean, if we ain't got none, we'll just close it off.
Yeah, we'll close it off. and we're
But
just gonna sit
G-Dog
here.
Forever is watching attentively right now, wanting to hear your arguments fall apart because you have terrible arguments. That's exactly what he's doing right now.
NC State
Mm.
beats Wake this week.
Okay.
Okay, I agree with you.
Wake goes on. No.
Okay, at this point, we're just hoping for the best.
Yeah,
No,
I don't know
hold
where
on.
this is turning.
I was trying to. No, hold
You're
on.
thinking NC State beats Wake.
Are
y'all down to
State
just
goes on
edit
to
this
both
out?
No, sorry.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Sorry.
if it's nothing good, we
Sorry.
just edit it
No,
out.
this
Yeah.
is no Wake. No, this is my take for the week. Wake beats NC State this week.
Okay.
Wake goes on to lose to Clemson.
Okay.
Loses to Boston College. And
You mean NC State loses to Boston College?
nope, Wake loses to Boston College at the end of the year.
NC State would have to lose to Boston College.
No.
I promise you.
NC State. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Wake loses
To us.
to
And in
Clemson's not getting in the conference championship.
And-
Thanks for
and
watching.
Clemson makes the ACC championship, baby.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
7 in a row. You heard it here first.
You heard it here
Hey, bro.
first.
Agent Scott Boris says Braves World Series title was a direct result of teams tanking.
Hey, hashtag Scott Bishop.
Hey, we would have just said teams tank so we could win the World Series.